Back at it. Yeah. But when we think about the pole flip, right? That means that the timelines are splitting. They say we have some people that stand on the 3D earth and some that's gone to the 5D earth. When you begin to raise your frequency, shift your vibration from stagnation to abundance, you're going to be walking in the different timelines, right? Sometimes I feel like I'm living in two realities at once, or living in multiple dimensions at once. You know what I'm saying? This is the multiverse, the omniverse. There are parallel versions of us, you know what I'm saying, by way of mental frequencies, because the mental plane is higher than the spiritual plane. Let me just run it to you. The mental plane resides on all levels of reality, right? Because you create up here. You create in the spirit, in the physical, all from up here, from the mental plane. So by way of that, when you change your vibration, the rate of light codes and the rate of neurosynapses, that's the word, neurosynapses, all of these electrical impulses in your brain are speeding up. When you jump to a higher timeline, when you jump to a higher frequency, you are allowing the electrical impulses in your brain to fire at a higher rate. So that means that you could assimilate more light, right? Because everything is out here is light. Light is data, information. Your soul feeds on that light. So when you're reading a book or when you watching a video, whatever, everything is producing light codes for you. Everything is producing energetic shifts, for lack of better words. So when we start to read on higher level information, shift our consciousness, whether that is a different religion, whether that is just anything not on a mundane level, you know what I'm saying? Occultism, metaphysics, spirituality, even finances, even higher level finances, and getting into what it means to really work with these numbers, because numbers and symbols are the language of the universe, right? The 1 and the 9 are the range of numbers that everything's reside in between. So therefore, when you start to tap into these things about numbers, symbols, geometry, and all of these types of things, then you begin to raise your frequency, because you're raising your thoughts to have to be able to think at a higher level to understand abstract concepts. Once you start to understand abstract concepts, then you take yourself from one timeline to another, where you're thinking like a lowly animal, and then you go to thinking like a supreme being, which is the Hierophant. This puts you on your chariot. So therefore, everything we do should be to shift our timeline, to shift dimensions, feel me? But we can only do this when we gain a sense of who we are in a holistic sense. Most people just think that they are a physical body and don't know that they are a higher spiritual being. Use your mind every day to take yourself out of the chaos of your past reality, because you can live whatever reality you want based off of the thoughts that you're thinking. As a man thinketh, so is he. When we look at our life based off of our thought patterns, then we start to see how we're projecting our reality instantaneously. What you feel about a situation is how that situation turns out. So for example, if I feel like I'm a winner, everything I do in my life gonna reflect that inner version of me. If I feel like I'm a loser, then I'm gonna be back on that timeline where I'm losing. So at a moment's notice, we are jumping from dimension to dimension, because all of these dimensions are overlaying each other, right? All of the dimensions have 7 sub-layers, sub-dimensions within them. Just like if you go to the astral plane, it has 7 layers of the astral plane. The mental plane has 7 layers. So everything we're doing is to tap into higher and higher layers of those dimensions. Everything we're doing is to tap into the highest timeline possible, because as we're going through the shift, the sun is having it has 4 CMEs, coronal mass ejections, coming off it by December 1st. That means the frequencies, the plasma energy that's coming from the sun is interacting with the plasma energy running up your spine. Your solar phallic energy is nothing but plasma energy, which is lightning in the body, right? Which is that lightning that Prometheus stole from the gods and gave it to man. use that same lightning energy to change your paradigm. And yes, paradigms are usually for the whole scope of humanity, but you can change your paradigm individually by using your inner etheric energy to shift your consciousness. When you shift your consciousness, you are riding high on those etheric frequencies, right? Because everything around you that you see as space is nothing but ether and energy. There's no difference between the outside and the inside. Everything is energy. Tap into the energy within to manipulate the energy without, and you can become a supreme being.